Peace family, welcome back. Today's the second day of the 2023 RV rebuild, and today we're going to be doing a few things. First and foremost, we're going to be repainting the bathroom sink and the stove range. I've decided to go this route because it's a lot cheaper and there's things that aren't going to be used like constantly, so I figured I might as well just put my own personal touch to it. I'll show you a little bit more on that in a second. We're gonna go ahead and get started with painting those two items I mentioned beforehand, and yeah, let's get to it. So as I mentioned, here's the sink. It is like a plasticky type material, so we're gonna give it a nice scuff before the paint goes on. And then we have the range, which is just thin metal. We'll sand off as much of this black paint as we can. Take this knob off, get all the edges nice and done. But other than that, not too much going on there. Take a nice good last look at these guys, because it's the last time they're ever gonna look like this. Okay, so we've got the stove range and the sink. They are scuffed down nicely. I used 120 grit, I believe. Just a light scuff. I gotta give them another wipe down, clean them off. The sink is clean, but this is a little bit dirty. We're gonna get this painted, and once again we are using a hammered copper. This one is the Tremclad, just basic indoor outdoor. We're going to finish cleaning this off. We're gonna get that first coat on and see how it turns out. All right, the first coat is on. I wouldn't say it's a light coat, but it's not super heavy either. It's about a medium spray. Still see some pitting through to the black, but it's looking pretty good. Looking really good too. This was definitely a light coat. This took the paint a lot better than the metal did. I think I'm gonna do this just for fun, but I'm gonna wait until, I could only need one coat, but I'll just wait until, good boy. Yes, you didn't bother them walking. Yeah, they were walking with their pups. Good boy. And, yeah. 15 minutes between coats, so I'm gonna start a timer. And, we'll get that going.
15 minutes later.
Alright, well, second coat's done. This is a little bit heavier of a coat. As you can see, the hammered effect is starting to come through. And it's looking really good. It's got good coverage on all the important parts. The sink is looking equally as good, if not better. It has a little bit more of a smooth, even coverage than the range, but I'm really liking it. I'll show you guys when they're fully finished in the sunlight. But yeah, I'll probably do one more light coat and then leave it at that. Alright guys, we've got like 4 coats on. Probably do one more light coat. That seems to be the number that I typically fall in around at when I'm doing spray paint jobs like this. 2 light coats, a medium coat, and then a heavy coat to finish it off. Make sure it's all good. So, yeah, we've got 4 coats on here. I actually had to go back and get another can of paint. I just didn't have enough for my last coat. So I just walked over to the store. But this is what we're dealing with. I don't know if this lighting is great, but you can see it's a nice gloss, but like probably like a semi-gloss, and it's got the textured finish. of the hammered copper, which will set in a bit more as it cures. But the sink turned out amazing. This, because it's plastic, didn't get as much of a textured look as the metal did, which you can see very evidently on this. Maybe not on camera, but you can definitely see if you get up real close. But I'm gonna let these cure. It's about 2 hours to handle, so we're gonna let that do its thing, and we'll see about getting them back in. But yeah, I'm excited to give you a nice look once they're reinstalled. So let's fast forward. Alright, so now that the sink and the hood range are finished, they're painted, they're dry, I'm gonna let them cure for as long as possible. That is it for today's video, and make sure you stay tuned for the next upcoming videos of getting that membrane tar stuff off of the roof, cleaning it up, putting in the new plumbing vent caps, putting down sealant tape and things like that, prepping it for sealing it off with the new silicone roof sealant. So until then, peace, fam.